37th episode of this wonderful series where we're going to build a universal wood farm. And I've come here to a place I made several months ago because I want to share a little reflection. I've already done so many projects in my world that we've reached a point I dreamed of a year ago, the point where there's no urgency to do anything. We rushed to build a storage room since items were always lying around. Urgency to build a shulker farm. Urgency to have food. Urgency for many things. No, but I've already reached a point where I can sit back and enjoy more, like we did in the last 2 episodes. We built an awesome track where you can have some really fun races. It even has a little counter. Recently, I've been working on less urgent projects like the dye farm. I've already done many elsewhere. And if they're not here, I forget about them. We need to stop doing projects outside of this area, because I forget that I've built a wither farm, a bueno farm. Well, obviously that one wasn't going to be here. Now that I have more time, I want to build something new here, a universal wood farm, since we have the space. Because when we were in a hurry to make a lot of things like pistons and so on, I built this wood farm here. I don't know if you remember it, but it worked for 3 types of wood. The truth is, it's more or less fast, and I never really liked it completely. I mean, it's very useful. It's definitely better than doing it by hand, but I never really liked it for 2 reasons. One is that you sometimes lose saplings, you have to go get new ones and so on. And then it has, well, the ignition here, which honestly I could move really easily, but anyway, the ignition is a bit far away, a bit inconvenient, that's all. So I've been thinking that we're going to make a new one, looking at this area a bit. Honestly, it's a bit bad, because I was thinking about removing this farm. But honestly, I don't think I'm going to do it. It brings back memories, so I don't want to remove anything, just add. Plus, I still have something built here. It's awful. This furnace down here, I'm not even going to go down. The furnace at the entrance still gets stuck with items. It's a very beautiful area, the one we put a lot of effort into, but I'm still not completely convinced by it. But anyway, today we're here for what we're here for, the wood farm. Universal. What do I mean by universal? Well, that it works for all types of wood. Nowadays, there are many types of wood. Let's take a look at all of them. I think we can get an idea here. I'm not sure if any are missing. Pale is here. It's one of the newest. Look at all these wood types, but I'm out of almost all of them except this nether one. I'm out. As I mentioned, I don't urgently need wood now, but I know I'll want or need specific types like jungle wood or cherry in the future since they're very pretty. I knew I didn't have any, so I had to chop some, which is always a hassle. Like I said, this is one of the first times I'm building a farm just for fun. But hey, good shot, right? I've been researching, and there are 2 wood farms that really interest me. I have a creative farm, but it works for a lot of types of wood. It uses trinitrotoluene, but that's okay because I have a lot. It's very, very simple to build, very small, and uses very little redstone. It can be a bit uncomfortable to use, but it's true that it's a bit slow. In fact, it's slower than the one I have over there because it uses trinitrotoluene directly to blow up the tree. It doesn't do anything special. On the other hand, I have one that's much faster, which I found, and I really like the design. It's very compact and so on. It has 2 big problems. First, it's limited to certain types of wood, meaning it can't handle all wood types, which is already an issue. And on the other hand, it's quite complex to build. I mean, it's a pretty high intermediate level because it has minecarts. It has a lot of things that are kind of weird to build, and they're going to be a bit difficult for me. So, taking an aerial view, okay, let's go. Episode 37. 37 sweets is a number that sounds high. I mean, 37 is already kind of close to 50. I was about to say that, but I remembered. So I'm really sorry. 37 is actually a very low number. You're in the prime of your life. I'm sorry, okay? Okay, for now I don't have anything planned. But here I have a perfect spot, and I've been wanting to fill this spot here for a long time. And I'm thinking about clearing out this whole area and making a plaza. That's the first thing that comes to mind, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I need designers, man. Should I hire designers or something for this series? It would really help me, since I have no idea how to do this. I think that's where it should go because I can't think of another place. I mean, I wouldn't put it here. Maybe I could put it on this island, but I already feel like it's too crowded. Or I could open up more space over here, but I don't want to open it up. I want to keep everything concentrated. I'm going to quickly look around the nether because I love having things connected through it. but I forget they exist. I swear, really, I go back to the world and I forget that I have, let's see, what do I have around here? A bamboo farm? That's right, I have a bamboo farm. I had no idea, and it's pretty big too. And over here, what did I have? Guardian Farm. I visited that one recently, so I kind of remember. The farm, ice farm, a witch farm, the witch farm. I'm gonna go, okay? I mean, I'm gonna go because I swear I haven't seen it in months. First world problems, right? Like, as they say, look, here's more gunpowder. Guys, I know you've told me before, good thing I didn't decorate it. I don't care what you tell me. I mean, I don't care what you tell me. I would have spent 20 years decorating this just to literally not see it for months. I'm really not interested, okay? It's not that ugly, but still, I wouldn't have done it. From the perspective I'm seeing it, since I have the perspective of someone who would have to do it. You guys would see it and have fun watching it. Wouldn't you be really entertained watching how I decorate this, right? Well, I wouldn't, so seeing it from the perspective of someone who has to do it, is it nice? Well, one visit a year doesn't hurt. Well, in the end, it wasn't one farm or the other. The one I decided to make was a third one, but it has a trick to it. I chose a third one that's very similar to the simple one. In fact, it's super similar. It's like the simple one I mentioned to you, but I'm not gonna make the super complex farm with 7 types. Instead, I'm gonna make one that is, in principle, simpler. What I said, but it works for all types of wood. I even think the nether one. And I've also decided to move the location a bit. I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna have to remove a lot of trees, honestly. I'll use this wood, but why did I pick another farm? The first one, Nicolier's, is on YouTube with lots of views. But I got into that because you always ask me, where do I get things from and all that? Well, so I went on Discord and other places to look for farms, and I know it's already a meme on the channel like, dude, I found a better farm. Do you know whose it is? Come on, Rubik, say your line that it's from China. There's always a Chinese guy who does it better than you. Yeah, it's a Chinese guy. The Chinese always do it better. I got the farms from Bilibili, from YouTube. The Chinese really know their stuff. They don't always have the best ones, but the farms I've gotten from there are really well made and solid. It's not like you built a farm and uploaded it to YouTube immediately. You can tell that person has used it for a long time, fixed many mistakes, and considered a lot. Because, for example, the one I saw from Nicolier would break with mangrove. That's something I don't know if the guy had tested or not, or maybe he tested it and just didn't care. And he decided to upload it to YouTube anyway. But, well, it breaks with mangrove, and this one doesn't break. It has a special mechanic, so it doesn't break with mangrove. But yeah, no doubt about it. My favorite one taken from Bilibili from the Chinese guys was the Gold Farm one. It had everything done. It even had the last crafter or not. You didn't have to add anything. It was like all in one. You built it and that's it. And you never had to modify anything or add anything extra. Everything's perfect. I hope I do it right since I watched the Bilibili video, but it's in Chinese and I don't understand it, even though I've been learning Chinese a bit. But for now, all I can say is Rubik, Woshisepan, Jiajun, and that's about it. So when it comes to understanding a video, I have no clue. By the way, since I'm taking advantage of the time while I'm removing these trees, let me ask you something, because right now, I mean the day I'm recording this, okay, obviously you'll see it much later, and so on. I'm gonna upload the create video, the tour, the create tour. It's been a long time since I uploaded a tour, but I wanna ask you if you like them. Like, I'm always curious to know whether I should make more tours or not. It's a type of video I like to make. This is from when it was the birthday, Chin, who I think is already 23, so yeah. With tours, I always have a problem, and that's the production cost, let's say because of the recording cost. Well, I look for a server, I look for something that fits me, and that's it. That's the problem. It usually happens that, of course, when people give you a tour, they do it with all kinds of details. You also chat a bit with people, and that gets reflected in the recording. In this last one, it was 8 hours of production, 8 hours of recording. And of course, my buddy, the editor, my buddy Miguel, is dying editing that. It's also a cost for us since it's more expensive, and all servers always go over time. I don't think I've ever done a tour that's less than 3 or 4 hours. But still, I do like it. I like that there are tours, that they exist. The thing is, I don't know personally, now I'm just talking to myself. Well, obviously I'm talking to myself, right? But it's like, I got tired of it. Everyone who asks me to do tours is like, look at my technical server where they have the same 50 farms I've always seen. And that's it. So I don't know, I'm thinking about making a radical change and starting to do tours of non-technical things. The one that went really well was the one where they were making the world to scale. That one went well, and it wasn't technical at all, honestly. Editing is tough, and making it look good is harder. If you have any ideas, let me know and I'll consider them. The thing is, I have so many videos lined up right now, so many things I want to do that, bro, I just don't have enough time. I mean, I need too much production for everything I want to do. Now that everything's clear, we'll start with the farm, then the decoration. I need oysters and have to flatten the area, right? Here we go. That's how the little space looks. I'm really excited to build something new here. By the way, I haven't mentioned it, but I said it would be a good idea right there where I'm looking. But anyway, just testing things out and all that. It looks much better here because otherwise all the buildings just look like an exhibition, one after another. Also, it's a building that you'll see it has like 4 sides, 2 entrances. It's pretty symmetrical. Well, while I was terraforming this, I realized something, and it's that this is the second time I've terraformed in the same place. Because I don't know if you remember, but I know I remember this slope. And me, here I had the mob farm, the first one, like from episode 1, it was here, I think it was around here, like the lava cube. Back here was the sugar cane farm, I think, and over here is where I put everything together into rockets. I remember because of the way down to the mine. Materials. I already have everything here with extras. Don't use this as a reference, since in many cases there's more than needed. I have this and I have this, and now everything is ready. And you might say, so do I start building now? No, because first I have to eat, I have to feed myself. Here's the first part of the farm done. Look, there's not much more to it, okay? Even though it looks really big, this is simply where you stand to place the saplings. This gives you bone meal. You activate it here, and the storage area for bone meal is over there. Honestly, there's not much mystery to it. And now I'm going to make the part that goes here. Well, the part that goes right up top. That's the explosions, the part that launches TNTs and breaks the trees, which is actually the important part. And before anything else, I was thinking, because I just realized maybe I should stop saying that the farm was made by a Chinese guy and actually say who made it. This one is by DKH, right? I don't know him. I haven't seen more of his stuff. But as always, you have the link in the description. This time it's from Bilibili, not YouTube, so there you have it. So that's how it turned out. Like I told you, it's not very complex in terms of construction. I'm going to place the TNTs and test it, okay? One goes here for sure, and another goes here. There are going to be 2 types of viewers, depending on what you're thinking right now. Well, 3. There's also the one who's not thinking anything at the moment, just enjoying the episode, and that's it. And then there's the one who's thinking, hey, how are you going to decorate this upper part with a house? You'll have to build a giant tower, which will overshadow the other houses and look really ugly. Well, my answer to that is no, I'm going to leave this floating in the air. I'm not sure if I can come up with something like a chimney to justify having something up there. But the house is much shorter, actually, not much taller than the farm. Otherwise, it would look really ugly, and, well, that's just part of the job, so this will have to stay up here. As I mentioned, I'm not sure if I can make a cloud or something similar. Also, some players might think Rubik will use a stationary trinitrotoluene duper. Now, most of you don't even know this because it's a rule I set for myself. And the thing is, I only use trinitrotoluene dupers when they're moving. When they're stationary, I like to use pre-made trinitrotoluene, which is what I've done in the 2 farms over there. Why? Using a duper doesn't make sense. The movable ones are irreplaceable since dispensers can't be moved. There's no other way to do it in Minecraft except by duplicating trinitrotoluene, but this creates infinite trinitrotoluene S. Let's say every time you activate it, it generates a trinitrotoluene which has a cost that I'm not actually spending. And the answer I'm going to give to that is I'm not going to give it to you right now. What audience retention, man? You're going to have to wait until I test it, and when I test it, I'll give you the answer. And now, if I put an incomplete list up on the top right just to test if it works, And the second thing is to explain the trinitrotoluene thing to you, or whether I'm going to duplicate or not. If I put that list up, that's total audience retention. All right, so I'm going to test it. Basically, I have to put this on my other hand, and as soon as I activate it, they should drop. Bow mill, I put bow mill. I brought some bones here, although I'm going to try with a pretty easy type of tree. All right, I think I also have to fill up my inventory so it doesn't get loaded. All right, well, it's working, I think, right? For now, there are no problems. Let's see, the saplings haven't returned, huh? Still not enough? I'm going to stop it. Oh, look, they're all there. There was a construction error there. Okay, water goes there. This is wrong, right? One goes here. There has to be one of soul sand for sure. This is great, huh? If this is the biggest mistake, honestly. So, okay, then I can try it again, right? I'm just holding down right click, by the way. I haven't mentioned that. I aim there and hold down right click. I could do this with a bot, of course, not just me. As you can see, it's pretty fast. It clears the trees in no time. Well, that's great. Honestly, we've completed task number 1. I'm going to explain the duplication thing to you. To be honest, it was a mistake in the other farm, not this one, but the other farm, which I ended up not making. There was one of those trinitrotoluene duplicators everyone uses now, right? And what I did was try to put a dispenser with TNTs, and it didn't work well because it was sending the TNTs with a different order, like one at one height and another at a different height. Is that possible? I'll check. With the flash, it's going to end. I'd say that's not the case. It was just an oversight. Well, like I was saying, in that case, I don't know how I made it so that the TNTs, like one would explode above and another below. So when I switched it to a dispenser, it didn't work well. So I'm going to duplicate trinitrotoluene, but I have to check if I can change it. In creative mode, the thing is, I forgot to do it. Here, I need to check if it works. If it does, I'll use it with dispensers. You might wonder, but where will you get all that trinitrotoluene? I have 1 million sand and 2 farms that give me gunpowder. Another thing I could do is take a shulker box of trinitrotoluene, burn it, and that's it, and use this. But anyway, I prefer to do it right. This is entirely personal. I want to do it this way simply because I know that by doing this, I don't have to. Does this satisfy even the purists who say you can't duplicate trinitrotoluene because I do duplicate it to make perimeters? Well, and for the people who don't care, it really doesn't matter to them at all. Whether I use it or not, that's my business. It's something completely personal. And that's it. Okay, I play like this just because I want to. The next videos. So guys, I'm going to do this here. Do you see it? Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. I've burned 2 shulkers of trinitrotoluene. I can make 20 more. Honestly, it's kind of silly. I'm just doing it for myself, but well, I feel a little bit more at ease, though not completely calm. All right, here's a real list of things this time. I'm serious, not being ironic. I've brought Diego Chin, because we're going to get the materials to build house 2, build house 3, fix up the surroundings, make a little path to the new house, here, and then the last one. There's one extra thing I've been waiting to do in an episode for a while, so if we do this quickly, I'll have time to do that extra thing. Also, I know you like long episodes, right? I know you like them. I've wanted to make this big improvement for a while, so if we have time, let's do it. As always, here's the materials list. So since I'm with Chin, we're gonna have him start from the bottom, going through the list, and I'll take care of it from the top. So I have to make 2,400 spruce wood, but this one, which is even harder. I mean, I'm gonna have to use the farm to be able to build the building where the farm goes, which is cool. I'm setting up a bot since it's time consuming to do manually. I got 3 stacks and need 50, but I'm already bored. So I'm gonna put matter in here, then I give him bone meal, and now I'm gonna fill his inventory with wooden shovels. All right, it's full now. I think if I spawn him where I'm looking, he'll look exactly at the same spot, right? He has to be there. I'm not sure if I moved him, but I'll try. Perfect. Now he plants. I'm doing this so I don't have to watch the screen. since it's otherwise horrible, so I'll start. Oh, I can even see it from the outside. Gochin, you have to see this. It's cooler to watch from outside than inside. I have to put filters because the cobalt is supposed to be burned. The cobalt, yeah, because I don't know why it generates cobalt. It generates cobalt there to move trinitrotoluene. By the way, I don't know how to use the mode for mushrooms and nether trees since I can't read Chinese, but we'll try it later. The filters are making me obsessive compulsive disorder. I just want everything in one place. Now I'll set it to filter here. Damn, I can't. It's sad that we have way more diamonds than wooden blocks. We have more diamonds than wooden blocks. That's crazy, huh? Let's see. For the video. By the way, I made it destroy sticks. I added a stick filter because, by the way, I don't want to keep any more sticks. Dude, shouldn't I have recorded my reaction? The ultimate lazy guy, that's crazy, huh? Well, for the context of the video, I literally went to make myself some toast while we were changing this to a stripper. Because you have to right-click it. How lazy is that? Level? Man, huh? No, I already have my full inventory, so do it yourself. We already have all the materials ready. So, with Egochin and me working together, how long do you think it will take? We're doing an easy place. 2 hours, 2 hours, I think way less, I say an hour and 20 minutes. It would be until 2 o'clock if we don't build the house in 2 hours. Egochin loses a finger. Egochin loses a finger. Can you choose which one? Good question. Hurry, we need to start, or you'll lose a finger. "20 minutes, Egochin? How's your finger? Shaking? Let's see. We finished the first floor. Now just the second and the roof. I said an hour and 20, right? I'm going to make a plan. The house is practically finished. I want you to tell me your opinion. I think it fits pretty well with the house theme, right? Here goes the poor villa, not poor houses, intermediate houses. And the huge mansion, well, the mansion is way back. But anyway, I don't know. Do you like it, Egochin, the place I chose?
It's a good spot because it's kind of within the city. This one works.
You might say, oh, are you done already? Egochin gets off easy. No, because there's still a little sofa here, some buttons left, a block missing here, and you have 20 minutes, but we've been at it for an hour. Not building easy place, which has been easy. I'm going to stay here with the stopwatch in my hand and some scissors.
I have to do it alone now.
Of course, otherwise it's not a challenge. Let's make it easier. Right now I see blue things outside. Did you choose your left or right ring finger? The right one? All right, I'll help you with this task here then. Officially 10 minutes before the end, Egochin's finger has been saved. And another task completed for the list. This time, one of the hardest. Right? Well, I don't know how long it took us to collect. A little less, I think, since there's one more task left and maybe the extra one. But we won't have time for the extra. Done, done, done. House completed. I've already normalized it, but it's really cool that this whole world is full of farms and things and mechanisms. But everything is hidden and everything looks so nice. You enter this world not expecting it to be technical, right?
No, honestly, you don't. Well, maybe if you go over to the witch farm, then maybe you do.
Yeah, that's true. Even with rain, I still need to make the entrance and clear by the door. But you know what? It's no problem if there's rain, because if I start recording the replay, the flashback, I can make it stop raining, right? And from there, you can see me without rain? People suggested assistants should have their own section. This is it. So you need to explain our actions.
We've made this path.
But Gochin has another door, so why isn't there a path on the other side?
Is there another door there?
But have you decided too? Yes?
That's true. If we look at the warehouse, we see that there's a path that, well, you have to go from Ravens and we connect it with this house.
So you're saying this is the path I suggested? We can follow it here, create an intersection, and connect it to the house on the right.
That's right. Since there's nothing there, making a path would just lead to a dead end, which I don't like. If we build something, the path makes sense, but if not, it's better to skip it.
If Gochin won't do it, it makes sense. You've convinced me. Task done. Sound effect. Will you do it this time since the editor did a lot of work? Tuteen, how? Tuteen? Okay, thanks. Well, now that I have this wonderful house, super beautiful, with a really cool farm inside, I'm going to use it for the first time for something I need, and that is I need white wood. Now you'll see why. It's been a while since I've done this, but I haven't forgotten. It'll be quick and enough to make signs. I used to go to the forest and chop down a few, but this is much faster. How long does it take you to chop one of these? Well, I do it in a second, and a second is more than enough for me, so here I have a few signs, because right now I'm going to write on the wall for you. In the last 2 episodes, I forgot to list the new Magma Cube level channel members, so today I'll include them all. I have to tell you that YouTube has changed the way it shows me the names. Before, I used to see the names like this, but now I see them more like the @ sign, not like this. Juliana Sina, 5,704. With the numbers and everything, I try to fix it. For example, this one with codes Agustini, some codes, or Luque Sanchez and some numbers. I'm trying to put it as best as I can. You're all written down. If I missed anyone, let me know. We're almost done, right? There have been a lot of you throughout this whole year. Thank you so much for joining me all year with the series. It's been a pleasure. See you in the next episode. Goodbye. Remember that you can get your own server with the same configuration as this series on HolyGG Rubik.